Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the e-frag studio live here in Belgrade. You're watching the European qualifiers for the TWC 2016 in CSGO, the LAN finals here in Belgrade from the 6th until the 9th of October. The second match of the day will be between Belarus and Croatia. Analysts Svojic and Rema. Hey guys.
Hey.
Hello again.
Long time no see.
Yeah, long time no see. In the previous leg, Belarus was better than Kyrgyzstan, and Croatia managed to go over Georgia.
Yes.
Not myself, yeah. But going into this one, Belarus, Croatia, your thoughts, Rema?
Yeah, both of these nations really showed great strike in qualifier round or phase one. So Belarus managed to get a win over Kyrgyzstan, 2-0, 16-3 on Mirage, 16-13 on Cash. Kyrgyzstan played really good at Cash on their T side. They had a couple of good rounds, a couple of good clutches as well. Belarus, let's say, kind of struggled to get that win, but in the end managing to close that out. Speaking of Croatia, won against Georgia 2-0. In the first map, 16-6 Overpass, 16-10 on Cash. And we saw on Cash that Revi stepped in for Croatia, and he really played good with AWP. Stole was our guy on the Overpass, dropping 32 frags. So coming to this one, Belarus with three guys from the first match. They have Cyber Focus and Fast. So I think...
Sorry.
Yeah. And Robo, and Croatia with basically all five players that played instead of Nulum. Revi comes in the starting lineup, so we'll see a pretty good match here.
Okay, you just mentioned the lineups. Let's go straight to the lineup of Belarus.
Yeah.
We can start off with them.
Yep, like Emma said, only three guys played the last time. We're missing Dersky and... Not sure, but still, I think it's a bit weaker lineup of Belarus than the one they had against Kyrgyzstan. Maybe that's my opinion, and maybe that's the chance that Croatia needs. Today we'll have Fast, Cyber Focus, Sashkin, I guess, Dobry, and Robo.
Dobry.
Yeah.
He's good.
In that match against Kyrgyzstan, Fast had a plus 17, Robo plus 13. They're gonna be playing today. Cyber Focus. Even though we see that four guys are oppers, apparently, I'm pretty sure Cyber Focus will be the one picking it up. Okay, like I said, in my opinion, this is a bit weaker. I think Dersky is a really good player. I don't know, maybe I get,
Don't know why Spaz isn't playing. I think he's
Spaz, that's the one guy we're missing. So. Don't know why.
Do you think some of the guys that showed up today for the first time can step up?
Yeah, maybe they can make me eat my words, but I think this is the weaker lineup of Belarus than the last time, and maybe that's the chance Croatia needs, because I think overall Belarus maybe is a slight favorite going into this one.
Who is a player to watch here in Belarus team?
Cyber Focus, I guess.
Yep.
He's the AWP player. He played. Even though he's 21, I remember him playing 1.6 back in the day. Playing CSGO, he was in some, good teams versus players, kind of a mixed team with Simple playing in and out once he gets kicked out of a team. But, guess that's not going to happen anymore. Yeah. He's currently playing for preparation, but I'm not sure how's that going for them, but still, I think he can have a big impact with AWP of his.
Croatia, lineup of Croatia, Rema.
Yeah, today for Croatia, we have five players, as I mentioned, that already played last time. Revi coming in the starting lineup instead of Nulum. So from left to right, we have Nix, Stole, Mario, Revi, and RB Furious. We saw what Stole can do on that Overpass. He was the top fragger. He was our man of the match as well for that whole series against Georgia. Revi, I think the standout guy for Cash. I think he had like 31 frags on that Cash with AWP. He really played good, especially on that mid, coming to A side, helping A side. So I see him getting a really awesome upduel against Cyber Focus. It depends on the map as well, but we'll see what they have in store for us. So maybe all of these players are really good. As we said, Nick, Stole, and Mario at one point played in the same team. Revi, I think face it a lot, and he's in FPL Challenger or something like that. So he definitely has experience playing with, let's say, bit better players. And RB Furious, he didn't really show up, but he was consistent throughout those two maps. Didn't really go for fragging so much, but he was there helping his teammates, supporting them. So I would really like to see Croatia again picking Overpass, for example, because I think they had a pretty good idea of what they're going to do on that map. On Cash, not so, but Revi really helped with his AWP skills.
Revi or Stole, player to watch?
I would focus on Stole.
It looks like you're somewhere in between.
Yeah, I'm in between because I really enjoyed Revi's performance with AWP, but I think Stole can definitely step up when it matters, and he can definitely put up big numbers. So I'll go with Stole, our man of the match for Croatia.
I agree.
Sorry.
I agree. Seems like Revi, with that performance on Cash against Georgia, he deserved that. Secured his spot in the starting lineup, so he's gonna start right away. For Croatia, RB Furious, he's a kind of a new guy, at least for me. I didn't hear about him earlier, and he's good enough. He's 17. He's good enough to play for Croatia, and I think he's the part of the new Giants team that Mario is assembling. So there you go. Nix, I think plays for a Turkish team called Pros Academy, I think. And Stole, he moved on to play with Slovenians, the Overpowered.
Savvy.
Yeah.
We saw what Savvy can do.
I would definitely agree that Stole is a player to watch here. Not sure if Revi with that AWP of is good enough to take on Cyberfocus, but we'll have to see.
Okay, going into the video process, just to remind our viewers, it's a best of 3. So you need 2 maps in order to go through the next stage. Let's go.
Belarus in their first match against Kyrgyzstan picking up Mirage, and unfortunately for them, Croatia, like we said, a lot of Source players, from Croatia, and Source players generally don't want to play that Mirage. That was actually their first ban against Georgia, so I'm expecting for Croatia to ban Mirage here. Belarus banned Overpass as their second ban. In the first match they had, Croatia picked it, so maybe if Belarus got that info, maybe they're gonna switch it up and ban Overpass right away. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, I think Croatia actually can pick now Overpass, and they should, because they have a bit better idea on that Overpass of what to do when they played together more than they played on Cash. So I would like to see them picking Overpass here against Belarus. Maybe not so familiar map for Belarus because they really love to play that Mirage. Unfortunately, gets banned, but let's see. I'm really interested in what is Croatia going to pick here, and it's Overpass. Okay, so I really agree with this pick. I think they can definitely put up numbers here. We saw actually what Stole can do on that map. So all in all, great pick for Croatia.
Also because it was a ban for Belarus in the first match, so I definitely agree with that pick for Croatia. And then Dust2 coming out of Belarus. We didn't see that Dust2 in either of the 2 series they played in the first match, so we'll see how things turn out on Dust2. Still Train, well, not anymore. Croatia banning that Train. Okay, that was also their second ban in the first one.
Cobblestone or Nuke?
Yeah.
So Nuke was the first ban for Belarus in their match, so I'm guessing Nuke is out here, and it's going to be Cobblestone. That would be my guess at least. But who knows, maybe.
Maybe the dream is dead.
No, Cobblestone.
No luck for Nuke. And it's going to be Overpass, Dust2 and Cobblestone. I mean, I said it, I think Belarus is a slight favorite here, but I mean, Croatia got that Overpass, they want to play it, seems like that Belarus really doesn't want to play it, so Overpass and Dust2, maybe it can go even Croatia's way, why not?
Yeah, a bit, I mean, strange pick, Dust2. The Croatia really has good firepower, not like just Stole going out and killing everyone. Nix can step up as well. Revi, as I said, is good with AWP. Mario and RB Furious can definitely put some numbers here on that Dust2. And I actually I would favor Croatia coming into this one.
Do you think that Croatia has a slight edge since all the 5 players played in the last match?
Well, Mario and Revi didn't play together. Revi was standing in for Mario in that match, so kind of not the all 5 players. But yeah, maybe that could be the case. Not sure about us too. We have 3 guys from Giants, ex-Giants.
Yeah.
And I played against them on that map. Yeah, they won it, but they won it because we didn't work out in our fragging department. I think their tactical side on that map was not weak, but it was really simple. Just group up and go. Nothing too complex. Yeah, complicated. So not sure about that Dust 2 and how it'll go, but I can see Croatia taking Overpass, definitely.
Yes. Starting off with Overpass, let's focus on that. One of the maps we haven't seen too many times, but certainly, maybe.
And that was Croatia.
I think we saw Switzerland playing.
Yeah, against Bulgaria. Yeah,
that was the last one.
That was the last one. Yeah.
So we didn't get to see it a lot, but do we and can we expect again the pushing the mid, the op duels and stuff like that?
We actually saw coming out of Croatia, and they started on T side, if I remember correctly, and they kind of had that control of mid. They wanted that control of mid. A couple of times they put two guys coming out to that fountain or mid area, and 3 guys coming out of connector and just taking control of that mid, and then deciding of what they're going to do next. We saw them a couple of times just get that control of mid and switch up, go through connector, take control of short on B, and then deciding on are we going to attack A or are we going to attack B. I think when they attacked B, it went a bit more favored in their side, because a couple of times they wanted to do smokes on A, but one smoke maybe was out of the place, and opposing team could get 2 or 3 frags because of the bad smoke. Maybe they fixed that, maybe they saw what I saw as well, but I would really like to see that approach again from Croatia, like going for control mid and so on. But maybe Belarus switches something up, maybe they saw that match and maybe we see them with 3 guys aggressive mid, or 2 guys coming into connector trying to refrag or get a control. So this would be really interesting, because both of these teams could watch their games and see the mistakes they did. Belarus didn't really play Dust 2, but Belarus can definitely watch something out of that Overpass Croatia played.
Overpass being a little bit more CT-sided, do you think that knife round can make a difference here and decide maybe the winner?
I wouldn't say Overpass is a map like that where you get the CT side and you are automatically a favorite to win. I think it's a pretty even map. If you know what you're doing on the T side, I mean, I don't see a problem. Why wouldn't you take like 10 rounds? We saw it from Croatia when they played Georgia. They really, I said it, you asked the question, I said that's actually their play style, and I think that's the best way to play Overpass. Just take parts of the map under your control. I think taking that, bathroom mid control is really crucial, because cities, yeah, they can play aggressive on that in that A side, try to fight for that mid. But if they lose that battle and if they start backing off and start guarding A from sight, if you know the smokes and molotovs on the T side, I think it's a pretty hard task to defend that A side. So
let's go with the predictions. The match is about to start. Rema,
16-11 Croatia.
I'm gonna say 16-12 Croatia as well.
As well as, okay. Well, our analysts think that Croatia is going to win the first map. We'll see what will happen. Belarus versus Croatia, map number 1, Overpass. Harry and Mega Man, let's go live.
Thank you there for that introduction, and thank you all for joining us this evening. This is, of course, the TWC European Qualifiers, and well, we've got a really good match tonight. It's going to be Croatia versus Belarus, and we're very, very quickly getting into this. I'm your host for tonight. I'm Harry, and I'm joined, of course, by my very talented American friend, Mega Man. How's it going, buddy?
Going well, my friend. Going well indeed. Ready to rock and roll into this one. Overpass. This is the first time that we've seen this one happened so far, so I'm kind of excited to do a little bit of casting on this.
Yeah, no, I mean,
definitely.
definitely.
TV issues though, so I've got to just vamping.
That's all good, no worries, I'll take it away then. Robo does manage to pick one up down into the connector area, and while it's going to be a 2-on-3, Belarus, they do have Robo and Dobry left alive to try and handle this, and heading over to the A site, Robo's doing the damage onto Revy. Revy's there to try and slow things down. He's doing a very good job of doing just that, as the push is very delayed. Dobry managing to pick one up. Furious comes in though from the stairs area and puts a little bit of damage out onto Dobry. 36 HP for him and 12 for Robo. It's not going to be a very good situation for Belarus here, although just going for the really aggressive push. They do actually catch Furious off guard, and while Stoll is going to be having to come in from behind with that USP, he does have a defuse kit that he's managed to pick up, so he's got plenty of time left to do this. And well, 12 HP on Robo, 36 on Dobry. It's very important that they play this one together and they go for the trade here, because he's definitely got the edge when it comes to HP. Doesn't have to commit to anything too much just yet. He does have that kit as well. Stoll slowly edging his way out. He's going to get peeked by Robo here, and while he does the damage on the Dobry, but Robo peeks him, and that's going to be the trade frag. That's just what Belarus needed in order to secure this first round. And that does mean that round number 1 is going to go the way of the T side. So Belarus, they're going to be 1 round up, and they should be able to take this to 3-0 with hopefully no problems.
Yeah, but it's going to be a big force buy here from the CT side. You can see armor on every single one of the players, head armor on Stoll with the shotgun. He's probably going to go down into connector to get a close angle on these guys and hope that they go towards the underpass side, and they actually are. 3 players are going to go down in that area. Flashbang out around the corner. He's going to get a cheeky angle here. If they do push in, he could do some damage here. Unfortunately, not going to be able to pick up that kill. Does good damage onto 1. That's going to be Sashkin. That's going to be down to 38 HP, but the trade's going positively here for the Belarus side as they get a 2-for-0. And nobody dropped as of yet for the Belarus squad. Cyber Focus still on that MAC-10 along with Robo getting aggressive over here towards the CT spawn stairs. They're going to be able to find Revy, take him down, find the other player that's over there as Furious drops, and it's all down to Nyx. Just holding on the on the B bomb site, pardon me, with the head armor and that Desert Eagle in hand. Going to be very difficult for him to be able to take any guns away at this point.
Yeah, MYX is just going to be biding his time, looking to save the armor and the Deagle as he looks to take that into the 3rd round. He's going to be playing on this pillar, doesn't really want to, go running anywhere just yet. He can hold his ground here, he can hear everything around him in case those Belarus players do start hunting. And well, I imagine they will, just to try and farm a little bit more money up with those MAC-10s. But I mean, otherwise it is a fairly flawless round for them here. So, wouldn't surprise me if they don't commit to too much just yet. And well, there will be a pause coming in for Croatia, we've just been told. And apparently that's going to be a tech pause in the next round. Just a few technical issues that they're going to have to deal with, but that's no biggie. Does give us a little bit of time to discuss these 2 teams. Of course, I believe me and you actually casted one of these together, one of these games. I can't actually remember who beat who in the standings, but regardless,
I believe it was Croatia that we casted.
Yeah, Croatia versus my memory is the worst.
Yep, same.
I've done so. You know what?
So
Croatia,
many games, it's so hard to keep track.
Yeah. There's just so many countries in Europe, but
dude,
no.
We've only got 1 country in America.
Yeah. But yes, I mean Croatia, they are going to be on the back foot a little bit here. They're going to be at a 3-round disadvantage. This is Croatia's map pick as well, so losing the pistol probably wasn't the most ideal thing they could have hoped for. But I mean, pistol rounds, they do only equate to 3 rounds out of the 15.5. So what's that? That's a 5th, 20%. So I mean, it's no biggie losing this first one. I think ideally they'd like to pick up the second one in order to kind of equalize things out. But I mean, it does just depend. I mean, we're only 2 rounds in. We can't really talk too much about it. All I can say is that, these are 2 very, very competent and strong teams that we've seen some really good stuff from. And I do think we're going to be in for a really good couple of maps tonight. I mean, we've got Overpass being the first, Dust 2 being the second, and Cobble being the decider. I mean, on the grand scheme of things, these are fairly different maps for me and you as well. We've seen a lot of Cache and Mirage, because I do think they're a lot more Pug playstyle maps. We've seen a fair bit of Dust, but it's good to see a little bit of Overpass and possibly Cobblestone thrown into the mix.
That would be cool to see, because I don't think we've casted a Cobblestone yet. We sure as hell haven't casted an Overpass. It's like you said, I mean, it's been predominantly Mirage and Cache that seems to be the comfortable maps for most of these teams. Dust 2 getting a little bit of work into the mix. We've done 2 train maps, I believe, as well, but this is pretty fun to see going forward. It's a fast push in towards the B-bomb site. Flashes and smokes go out. It's going to be a quick, push down in towards the subway. That's going to be the monster pipe. Decent amount of damage being dealt with this USP. Stoll's going to be able to find 2. Furious finds 1 as well. It's all of a sudden turned on its head. It's Nyx versus Robo in a 1 versus 1. And Nyx on this fast flank. He's got head armor and that Desert Eagle. He saved it from the last round. Let's see if he can put it to work into this one. Robo just trying to work around in this site. He's by barrels right now. He's going to work back around through the pole. He's going to get caught out, and Nick's going to steal it away. Croatia pick up a big victory there. Decides to go with the UMP into the next round as opposed to the Galil. And it will be a buy-up from the CT side. Stoll picking up 2 back-to-back USB headshots. So much damage. They just bottlenecked in the pipe over there by Monster, and they weren't able to get out and access into that B-bomb site. So nicely denied there from the CT side of Croatia. And they get a big win. Cyber focus onto the off, though. This is the key factor here.
Yeah,
It's pretty much the biggest name that's in the server right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's a very, very talented author. We've seen some amazing things for him, and well, let's see if he can start things off the right way once again for Belarus, seeing as that Croatia did manage to steal that victory there. They're looking to do it again as well, as Mirachi finds one and a fast. Now it's going to go into a 4 on 5, and look at this positioning from MYX. He comes in from behind, he gets one, he goes for the second, and Cyber Focus is finally going to be there to get a trade in, but a 2 for 1. Oh, sorry, my throat just like collapsed. 2 for 1 is not going to be too shabby there for the Croatian side. It's going to be a 3 on 2. Cyber Focus looking to fall back with that bomb. Doesn't want to be committing to that B site. I mean, you have got Robo there. It's been pushed up towards the short area down in a kind of connector, trying to get all the information he can. Of course, he can hear those players up towards A, so he knows that there are still players there, and that's why I think Belarus, they've kind of just halted up to here now. They don't really know what site to commit to. They're very, very void of any sort of information. The only information they do have is from Robo's position, and even then, you know, you can't hear that much anymore, seeing as, Revi has got him fallen back onto the site. So it is looking like A is going to be the site that they do decide to hit. You've got Furious playing the Heaven as well for a quick rotate from A and B. And so either way, Croatia, they are definitely going into this with a bit of an advantage, especially if Belarus can't manage to get the opening pick on a Revi here as he looks towards long. Cyber Focus is going to be the man to challenge with that AWP, and like what you were saying, here's the name to watch out for when it comes to warping. Let's see who wins in this duel, this clash of the Titans here with these AWPs.
It's Cyber Focus to come out on top, pushing through the smoke that was dropped out. Furious gonna go for the spam up here on Robo, but he's the worst for the wear. Dropped down to 6 HP. The Molotov comes out. He's gonna have to fall back from that one. It's a UMP and an M4 versus an AWP and an AK, and now they've got long control. And actually, Cyber Focus is gonna play this one really smart, rotating all the way back around through bathrooms. Gonna be looking to join up with his teammate over in the A area. Robo not gonna get blinded from that, but he's gonna lose his life. It's all down to Cyber Focus. 1 versus 2. There's the 1, looking for the 2. And there's the 2. A 4K on the round. Cyber Focus shuts it down. AWP in hand. And Belarus going to get a 3rd round on the board, resetting the economy for Croatia. They're going to have no money going into this one, but Nick's force is up. Interesting to see. He's going to drop over some pistols for his teammates. He spends 6,700. They're going to force into this round, and Croatia looking to steal away another one. See if they can possibly do that. That did happen 2 rounds ago. Remember that, guys. It was pretty much a vanilla pistol round that they were able to win. USP's doing a brunt of the work. This time they've at least got 2 CZ75s, a P250, and a Deagle to try and support that M4.
Yep, interesting strategy here as they do put 3 players over towards long A. That's going to be Furious, Nix, and Mirachi here. But she can start things off in a very good way by finding that kill on a Nix and just open up that long controllers. Well, Furious was unable to get the trade in, and Mirachi's now kind of trapped between a rock and a hard place, being stuck in that toilet area. So they do have a lot of ground caught up now over towards that A site.
Party control from the Belarus side. Long control as well, trying to be exercised. You've got Ariuchi right around the corner here. 1 pop flash could spell disaster for him, as the bomb is going to be rotating around from playground out towards the long A hallway. Robo right around the corner. Ariuchi going to take the peek. Spots the one at range. The flashbang comes out. He's going to lose his life. He does manage to take one right beforehand, so a slight consolation prize for the Croatian side. It still is going to be a favorable trade going the way of Belarus. Bomb still down on long A. Going to be looking to push in towards that A bomb site as 3 players take bathroom control. All CTs over in the B bomb site right now. They're going to have to go all the way back up towards A. They guessed wrong. They tried to stack over towards that B bomb site in case the fallback happens, but it's not going to be the case. And they're actually going to fall back and hang on to the armor. I like the call here from Croatia.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you're a man down. You don't have the rifle superiority. They're just going to look to hold on to the armor and, you know, what little utility they have. I mean, you know, the incendiary grenade is $600, of course, so even that's a fairly sound investment. Stolo is going to get caught out by Robo here. And Revi trying to go for a return frag. Robo does just manage to escape him, but I mean, are they going to check this corner? Will they think it's clear now? Revi finds one on the Dobry. Robo does get another. He's being the eco hunter right now, and Revy, he's looking to hold on to this AK, but he is going to get taken down by Cyber Focus with that pocket AK, as you like to call it. I mean, I've taken a calling it there now because you rubbed off on me like a father figure. And, well, yeah, I mean, that's
You have
gonna
much
be
to
a
learn,
1-4.
son. You have much to learn.
Yeah, I do. But I'm glad we'll learn. I say we're learning again. I'm glad I'm learning with you.
We'll get there, brother. We'll get there.
Yeah,
Don't worry
no,
about it.
one day.
Back to the stock pistols, though, for the CT side. They're going heavy up towards Fountain. Cyber Focus going to open up. Robo's there as well to support his offer. He's going to be able to pick up 3 kills, and Sashkin's going to be able to get that final one, and Belarus is going to take a commanding lead early in this one. 7 rounds are upon us, and it's 5-1 for the terrorist side of Belarus.
Yeah, a good start from Belarus as well, because this is Croatia's map pick. So, I mean, taking this off them early on, getting these rounds in is definitely going to be a hit to the emotional side of things for the Croatian side, which, you know, we've seen it happen like live, and how badly emotions and things like that can play a role. You know, going 5 rounds down this early on your map pick can definitely be something to do that sort of thing. But Croatia looking to secure a second round here is they do stack 3 players down towards this B side, which is a fairly good read. Stoll's going to start things off as he gets 2. Revy gets 1 as well. Stoll finally getting taken down by Cyber Focus, and that's going to be a 2-on-4, 2-on-2 out onto this site. Robo does find 1. It's going to get traded down by Furious though, and now it's all going to fall on a Cyber Focus here. 1 versus 3. I mean, if anyone can do it for the Belarus side, it would be him. He's going to push out of the site with the Tech 9, does a little bit of damage up on MYX, but nothing too substantial, and he's just going to be falling back up towards that long area. Now they can hear this because of the positioning of Marachi, but they do just miss each other there. Cyber Focus trying to fake out some sort of rotate. If he doesn't check to his left, this could be disastrous for him, and he lands the dink. That's going to be Marachi going down. And at this point, I mean, he could go anywhere. Croatia, they don't have the information where Cyber Focus is going to go, and it is looking like he's going to go for some sort of long flank in here. Do you agree with their decision to split up?
No. Let him get the bomb plant. Let him get the bomb plant. That's a nuts shot right there. You can actually tell that Cyber Focus plays on 16:9 because I'm actually on 4:3 right now, and I didn't see that player on short pipe, but he did because he's got that extra little bit of vision on his screen. That's a ridiculous shot from Cyber Focus. He still has 20 seconds to play with. He can go back to the B-bomb site. Furious just playing from CT. From the stairs, Cyber Focus, he's running low on time now. He's got to make a move. 15 seconds, going to hustle down in towards that B-bomb site. This is the right call, as we know. He's going to be able to get the plant in. Smoking off, just in case. The smoke actually doesn't go where he intends, but he is going to get the bomb plant. Now Furious going to rotate back around, see where he decides to go. He goes the back way. Cyber Focus, can he clutch this 1v3? Going to be looking to the left-hand side. Spots out the shoulder, I believe. Not able to get the shot, gets walled down, and Cyber Focus going to fall. Another round for Croatia, but they at least make it super expensive in the long run. Beautiful attempt from the Belarus side. Cyber Focus picks up 3, gets the bomb plant as well, so the money not going to be an issue for the terrorist side. You'll see everybody's going to be up around $6,000. 10K for Robo, $99.50 for Cyber Focus, so the reinvestment is not going to be difficult, and well, Nick's sitting on $3,500. M4 goes into hand, he gets dropped from a teammate. It's going to be a struggle here for the CTs. 1 round from being fully reset in possible double eco territory again.
Yeah, I'm actually getting some GeoTV problems. There we go. Sorry, we're all good. Sorry about that. Not a bit of technical difficulty on my end there. GeoTV does play up every now and again, but still looking at this. 5 players now for the Belarus, so kind of just spreading out across the map, trying to play for this information. I like the push through connector coming in from Robo and Dobry there, because, you know, you've got the trade if you need it, and they have so much control of the map now. They can basically fluidly head from the A kind of area down to B in the blink of an eye by having control of that connector region. Looking at Croatia, they've got 2 players over towards long. They are going to give it up for the most part as Marachi and Nix both fall back. And I mean, you know, Belarus at this point, they've got a lot of map control. When you look at it, you can see, even just by how they're positioned, how much more control they do have of this. Having that connector control does just open up that B site and makes your takes a lot more fluid. Now over towards long, we might see a little bit of conflict coming in between Skin and Marachi. They're very, very close, almost touching the tips of their rifles. And, well, who's going to spot who out first? Marachi's going to be the one to pick the corner. He does manage to do the damage. I thought he was going to get a kill.
How did
and he's got
Sashkin not even hit him?
Yeah, I know.
How?
That was so bad. I feel like, I mean, like, okay, the pressure, sure. might have got to him a bit there because he's done some good stuff in the past. But I mean, I feel like I could have hit that shot, and I'm a silver 3, so
I
not
believe
actually.
it with the way you cast. 4v3 situation right now. Belarus on the back foot. I'm just kidding, by the way, Harry. Don't hate me. You're a wizard. Nice positioning here in the corner from the Croatian side. Nick's going to be able to find 2. And Furious going to be able to finish off Cyber Focus. So another round on the board here for the Croatians. And they only lose 1 member into the round, Mariucci. So they're going to start to fortify their funds a little bit going forward into this one. But, I mean, again, it's still very difficult. It's going to set them back a little bit on the Belarusian side. Is that what it is? Belarusian?
I don't know. Belarusian?
Malaysian?
I have no clue.
Well,
yeah, we'll go with what you said.
Tell me. I'm not savvy as to the vernacular for that one, but if you guys can help me out in chat, I believe it's Belarusian, if I'm not mistaken. Push coming in from Monster's side. It's going to be Stoll to open up. Fast goes down and out. They're already pushing in towards the site. Nice snapshot there from Furious. Picks up 2. Cyber Focus with the op. Going to be able to lay down another one. Coming off the catwalk is going to be Robo. So it is going to be a 3-for-2 trade in favor of the CT side, but they spot out another player over here in Connector, and Robo's going to get aggro on him, trying to find that equalizing frag, chasing a little bit heavily. But, again, they've got a little bit of control going in towards this B-bomb site. A unlikely miss from Revy, make it 2. General Whiffington up there in the heavens. Going to rain pain down from the heavens, but he's not going to be able to connect any of it.
Yeah, I mean, that bomb is in a good position, though. It should be able to get down. I mean, all they've got is Rebby, who's going to be watching that like a hawk. He does have to rotate out. They want to be boosting Nix, and Cyber Focus was ready and waiting for that, as just his head gets taken miles away by that bullet there out of the AWP. And now it's going to be Revy and Marachi. Revy heading back up into the heaven area. He might be able to find a kill on a Cyber Focus here. Cyber Focus just moves out in his crosshair. Now it's going to go into a 1-on-2. And Revy trying to make up for those earlier shots, and he does so in spectacular fashion to grab that double kill. And that means it is going to go 4-5 now. Croatia slowly but surely closing that gap. And winning 3 rounds in a row now. So, you know, impressive and definitely what they need to be doing. Let's not forget, this is their map choice. So it's going to go 4-5, and they are only going to be at a 1-round deficit now to the Belarusian side.
So somebody said it's the same as you spell Russian, just add Bella, so it's Belarusian. Belarusian. Thank you for that, chat. I appreciate that. See, I'm learning things here today. It's very nice of you guys. I appreciate that. Nobody got offended by me saying it wrong in the initial gambit of that one, so I appreciate you guys being so kind to me, as I am just an ignorant American. Not fat, though. 6'4", 190 pounds. String bean. 4-5, going to be the scoreline. Croatia, again, trying to close that gap, but that bomb plan allows for another buy for Belarus. They're going to have an AWP in the hands of Fast instead of Cyber Focus this time around. See what they can possibly do. Galil over by Squeaky. Looking through the gap right now. Robo's got an angle on this, but he gets wrecked. Furious takes him down. Fast boosted up here. Gonna be looking for this angle. Gets it on Nix. Drops him down, so it's a 1-for-1 trade on both sides of the map. Nice find from Dobry. Gonna be able to take down Mariucci, and that's gonna open up that A bomb site a little bit here. They've got Stoll still over at B. They've got the rotation coming in towards A right now. Revy coming from CT. Stairs. He's not gonna be able to hit the shot, and that's Sashkin just gonna smoke things off. Give himself a little bit of room to breathe. Rifle battle goes out. Dobry wins that one, or loses that one, pardon me, to Furious. It's going to leave it on a 3 versus 3. Great nade, Sashkin doing some work. Revy's got himself out in front of that smoke, and he's going to be able to find another pick, 2 versus 2.
Yeah, bomb is planted, and where you've still got Cyber Focus left alive, he's going to be playing the toilet kind of angle along with Fast here. Both of them opting for a passive play off of this plant, and well, Fast through the smoke. I don't even know he got that shot on the Revy. How could he even see him? Oh, and that's the kind of shots you need to be landing to win up against a team like Croatia. Belarus, they do take their 6th round on the board now, and a really nice play there by Fast with the AWP. It's going to get tossed back on a Cyber Focus. And, well, over on the Croatian side, it is going to be, what the hell is that by? Do you want to try and explain that?
Let's see what we got going on here. It's an AWP and some deagles, man. That's what it looks like. The AWP's already dead, so the buy doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, well, there you go. Nice and early on. Just
That's just one of those things that they know that they're in kind of a sticky situation, so they go for the heavy investment. It's actually something that you've seen Navi do in the past, where Guardian will buy up an AWP and they'll just play past the op, and hope that somebody can have a solid round. You know, you'll see him go with the buddy system with C's, because C's is also a pretty solid opper himself. Nice shot from Furious though, gonna equalize. 1-for-1 trade. Op has been salvaged on the back of Mariucci, so he's going to have that over towards that A-bomb site as well to try to fortify the defenses. There's actually three players over here towards A now. As you can see, Stoll's going to come around. Mariucci gets the shot, and you can see how it's starting to be effective now. Bomb can rotate in towards the B-bomb site. They've got Nix in a pretty solid position here right outside of the squeaky door. Dobry's going to walk into this 1D, or 4D. One more around the corner. Cyber Focus with the no-scope takes him down, but it's still a man advantage here for the CT side, and Furious has got an AK. He's going on the flank here towards the subway side of short B.
Yeah, 2 versus 3 Croatia. They do actually have the man advantage, even on the back of that buy that I did originally question. It has proved to be very, very fruitful for them right now. Marachi lands that one on it fast. And Cyber Focus there, trying to do his best to get that trade in, does find one into Marachi. Now it's going to be a 1 versus 2. He is going to be planting that bomb, and while Stoll's going to go out for the peak with the Deagle, and he does find it.
Denies the plant, too. That's going to really hurt the economy for Belarus.
Yep, no money, no hope, and no round, sadly, for Belarus there. It's going to go 5-6, and Croatia, they're edging closer and closer to the, you know, the equalizer.
Yeah, they've been tiptoeing on this the past couple of rounds, but seeing them bring this back again, time and time again, I mean, it's keeping it very, very close. Belarus, they've been on the verge of breaking the money for Croatia a couple of times, but it's going to be a fountain push. Going to be able to net them the opening kill. Nick's looking for another one. Drop Cyber Focus very, very low. The aggro from the AWP is going to do a little bit of work here. Finds a second one, and Mariucci coming around from long A is going to be able to find that frag onto Robo and equalize things. 6 plays 6. Another buy round comes out, but we won't see an AWP in the hands of the Belarusian side, as they don't have the funds for it this time around. Probably 2 Galils actually, as Fast actually goes for the ump. He's going to be able to buy up some utility, so they're going to have an okay buy. It's not a very good one. As you can see, they don't have hardly any nades to work with. I'm surprised Fast didn't actually invest a little bit more into this round. He still has $950. He could have gotten another flash, a smoke, an incendiary grenade, something to work with.
Yeah, I mean, as far as that is, the Molotov as well, which is only $400, so he could have got another flash and a molly. But anyway, Robo's going to start things off with that Colonel Furious. And that does weaken that B site. Stoll comes in, though, does manage to secure a trade. So it's going to go to a 4-on-4 here. And B suddenly not looking that appealing as a result of these smokes. I mean, they do manage to find the first one, but it's not really enough to incentivize that B play for them just yet, as you do kind of see these players falling back over towards that long area. Potentially, if they can find a trade onto Stoll or Marucci, then they might try committing to this. But I mean, you know, 2 players there to trade versus 2 players to trade. It really does just come down to who's going to be the better aimer in this situation. And if the trade frags are there, Bomb still left in towards T-spawn, so there's no real commitment just yet. MYX down in connector in a very strong position. Is Dobry going to check this angle? He does check it and he flicks away. MYX picks up that kill, so now it's going to be a 1-man advantage to Croatia. Stoll over on the left, gets one on a fast, goes for the second. Is going to get taken down. Mariucci comes in with the trade. And in the blink of an eye, all falls on a Robo here. 1 versus 3 as he heads in towards that connector area, trying to get this return kill onto MYX. 19 HP on the Croatian player, so it should be fairly easy. He gets taken down. But I mean, still 1 versus 2. 2 Croatians left alive. 2 very, very talented Croatian players at that left alive. Not really the situation you want to find yourself in if you are Robo.
It's going to be okay. They give up their presence a little bit over here towards the long pipe. Mariucci takes an unnecessary 1v1 duel, and he loses it. Last player is going to be in the back lines here, Revy. He's only got an ult to work with, but he does make it happen. He is going to be able to get that final kill, but again, another expensive round for Croatia. Moving into the 14th, we are going to have a pause come out. It's from the Croatian side, so maybe a little bit of a issue with some tech. There you go. So we do lose Furious. I think that's the 2nd time that he's dropped from the server, so a little bit of connectivity issue. We will see.
Yeah, I mean, right now we've seen a very back and forth kind of game. I mean, Belarus doing really, really well in the early stages, but now Croatia, you know, showing their hand later on, definitely showing up to the party, albeit a little bit late. 7-6 currently. I mean, they actually managed to take the lead as opposed to earlier on where we saw them kind of battling it out, but mainly Belarus, you know, maintaining that sort of lead over Croatia. But I mean, right now, things are not looking that good for the Belarusian side. They've got, you know, nothing really to go into this round with. They can't buy up much. They want to save it anyway, so then they can buy on the 15th round. And Croatia, on the other hand, lots of money to work with. Even if they lose this, I'd say they'd be all right going into the next one. I mean, it's not the best that we've seen them, but I mean, you know, you've got 6.5 thousand on Revy. So, you know, worst comes to worst, he can drop his teammates. I don't know how much money Furious had before he dropped out, but I think he had an okay sum. So, you know, it wouldn't be the end of the world if Croatia do lose this. It would definitely help, though, the Belarusian side if they managed to do it somehow with their Glocks and PT-50s. But I mean, currently, I don't know. I mean, if this match is that reflective of how things are going to go, I think tonight is going to be a very, very close game, and we might potentially go the 3 maps once again, which is pretty exciting because, I mean, from what I've done, mainly, it's ended in 2. So I'm a huge fan of continuing on to the...
So looking forward to this one to come off of the pause once this player is able to jump back into the server. Hopefully we'll be able to get this one rocking and rolling again for you guys. 7 plays 6 right now. Croatia find themselves in the lead for the first time in this matchup. Going into the 14th round, they're going to have a formidable bye against pretty much just stock pistols for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so while we're waiting around, this is a really hot topic. And so basically, what I'm curious about...
Is this the Valve thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Big
How you
news for
finding
those of you
that?
who haven't seen this so far. Valve just made a ruling. I'll see if I can... Let me pull up the info here real fast. I know that Ryu actually tweeted this out a minute ago, so let me... Oop, wrong one. Let me pull this up real quick. So, the way that it's stated right here is... Valve just put out an announcement that said... With unrestricted communication with their players, coaches can currently function as a 6th player and not solely as a source of guidance or training. Activities such as keeping track of the economy, calling plays, and general situational awareness are important components of CS gameplay. If a person is performing these actions, we consider them a player. Since the goal of our events is to identify the best 5-player CS teams, best 5-player CS teams that exhibit the best combination of all CS skills, the current participation of coaches in the game is not compatible with that goal. To address this problem, future Valve-sponsored events will enforce the following coaching rules. During a match, the coaches may only communicate with the players during warm-up, halftime, or during one of 4 30-second timeouts that the coach or players can call. Obviously, third-party events can use whatever rules they want, but if you want to align your events with ours, then we recommend using this coaching rule. I think it's crap. I think it's a terrible call. I think it's a really, really piss-poor call from them. Coaches have become an integral part of the game. I actually had a good friend of mine, we're having a little bit of a debate on Twitter right now, where I put a tweet out that just said, I'll read this to you, I just said, it's more along the lines of forming a player union and starting to stand up for yourselves and your organizations to make sure that Valve can stop crapping on our game. But a buddy of mine said there was a time where coaches didn't sit behind you. And that's true. That is true. But that was ages ago, metas ago, and years ago. It's a new era, it's a bigger era, and coaches play a very vital part in that right now. Look at the success that Navi's been able to find. Look at the success that Nip has been able to find recently with Threat coming in and being their in-game leader and their coach. You know, teams like SK Gaming aren't going to suffer because Fallen does most of the calling for him. Zeus was there for support. Immortals is going to be okay because Zeus is there. Godsend is going to be off on a really rocking and rolling foot because they got one of the best IGLs to ever grace the game in Pronax. Existence's stock has risen tremendously because of this. So you look at how it's going to dump on certain teams like Navi and Nip, and it's going to be a positive thing for some of the other teams. And also, if you were an IGL that couldn't necessarily frag that well, but you had god tier strategies, it's going to play massively for your stock. You're going to be worth so much to these teams now. But back into the action. I'm done with my rant on this one right now. I just think it was a bad call from Valve.
Yeah, no, I do definitely share your viewpoints there. Well, anyway, like you say, we're only going into this, and well, it does look like Cyberfocus actually drops out then, so unsure what's going to be happening with that. Mariachi, though, and Nyx opening things up. Mariachi gets another one as well for the Croatian side. Turns out they don't even need sorry, not Cyber Focus. Who was it who dropped out? I didn't even see because Cyber Focus got credited with the money. But regardless, who cares? We'll keep going. Robo does get 2 with the Deagle. And it's going to fall into Marici and Stoll here in this 2 versus 1. Robo does manage to secure an AWP for his troubles before getting taken down. And there we go. It does mean it's going to go 8-6. Croatia, they do manage to hold on to that round despite, I think it was Furious dropped out. Yeah, because he keeps having these same issues.
Yeah, he's been having some connectivity issues to the server. I'm not really sure what's going on with him, but hopefully he can get that all sorted out here. It didn't really make a difference into that round. 8-6 scoreline potential for the 8-7 or the 9-6, depending on which way it goes. Belarusian side going to try to do a little bit of work here. One player down there in Underpass, that's going to be Dobry. He's been kind of quiet throughout this. It's been Robo and Cyber Focus that have been doing a brunt of the work here. Sashkin's going to be able to find one fast. Oh, Cyber Focus with the up outside of the long pipe is going to be able to take one more down. Nice timing there from Furious to line that one up. Sashkin is off the map now, so it's a 2-for-1 trade favoring the Belarusian side. But they've got aggro coming around from the long A hallway, and that's going to be Mariucci that's going to be able to take down fast and equalize things until Robo goes in on Furious. Cyber Focus from Monster side finds one more onto Revy, and it's all down to Mariucci in a 1 versus 3.
Yeah, Cyber Focus being able to pick up 2 there, playing a huge role, and he goes for the hat-trick. That's going to be the 3 for him, and 8-7 is going to be the scoreline as we do exit the first half now. A fairly good half for both teams, although I would say Croatia, they do just come out ahead, just able to win the half there on the CT side of their map pick. Now we will be going into the second half soon. I mean, at this point, pissed around isn't going to have the biggest impact necessarily because both teams are fairly close regardless, but I mean, it's always good to hold on to. It would be interesting to see if Croatia can come out on top, seeing as we did see Belarus win the previous run. And, well, let's go into the 16th round now. 8-7 is going to be the scoreline, and Croatia looking to secure the pistol on their map over on the T side, heading in towards the B-bomb site with 2 of their players, and the rest opting to head down that connector to take connector control, which I do agree with 100%. They will be running into Dobry here. He's playing up at the top of those stairs. He's got players nearby to trade for him, and look at this push from Cyber Focus as well, going up through A. He has so much information right now, but it might be too little too late as the push is already underway over towards that B site. Rotate, though, is coming in thick and fast early on. Bomb's going to go down. Currently, no one's died on either side, so it's going to be a 5 versus 5 retake here.
Cyber Focus going to blows with Mariucci. He loses that battle. They open up the squeaky door, and that's going to be 2 more players from the Belarusian side down. Coming around on the corner, though, Fast and Sashkin's going to be able to find a couple of kills. They've got to go for the defuse at some point. They do have a kit on Sashkin. He's going to be able to chase another one down, but the sandbags position is going to be very, very strong. Just trying to tap away here, only showing the shoulders. And there you go. Revy and Stoll going to finish that one off, and it's going to be a Croatian victory, 9-7 moving forward. They pick up the second half pistol. They're going to have an opportunity to get up to 11.
Yeah, and going 11 in the early stages is definitely what they would want. I mean, this is their map picks. And no, I keep on saying, but I mean, I do feel like, you know, if they win Overpass, I would say Dust is a lot more 50-50, which is the second map. So I feel like that's why it's important. Whoever takes this does have, I feel, a bit of an advantage going into the second map, obviously. But I mean, you know, just in the nature of the maps as well. Anyway, Stoll's going to be there to get the first one. He's going to go to a 4 versus 5 early on. Robo comes in with the traders, finally going to get taken down. Fast gets one of his own. They're coming in from behind. Stoll goes in, though, and he is behind both of these players now in a very strong position. Fast having to push through because that's all he could do in that situation. And in the blink of an eye, it's all going to fall into Cyber Focus here. 1 versus 3. He's got the P250s coming on short, and Revy's there with the UMP to put an end to his tyranny. 10-7 is going to be the scoreline. And Croatia looking to take it to 11-7 with a very, very strong start to the second half.
They're putting a lot of money in the bank here, too. They got a lot of SMG kills out of that last round. They keep an AK into the hands of Furious. He's going to buy that up. Mariucci's going to go just on the Tech 9 into this round. They know that it's going to be a pretty much vanilla pistol round from the CT side. They do pick up a P250 and a 5.7, but the rest on just the USPs. And a fast underpass push. They want to get up in their faces early and often with these SMGs and rack up some more money. That's exactly what they're going to do. They've got an opportunity here. One over by Bathrooms. That's going to be fast. He's right around the corner. Not able to get the shot. Robo's going to be able to find one before he gets taken down. $600 for Stoll, $300 for Furious to start this one out. Furious going to take the long-range duel, utilizing that, but Revy comes around the side, finishes off both of those players at long. $1,200 for him, so you can really see how that money's going to start to stack up. And Sashkin's going to be your last man standing here with the 5.7. See what he can do in this position, but it's going to be very, very difficult in the 1 versus 4. He's spotted out, long-range battle. Revy's going to finish it off, $1,800 on the round for him. So lots of money for the Croatians to work with going into this first buy round, $9,400 for Revy, and I would actually be surprised if he swaps out for another gun. Might as well farm up some more money. Stoll's actually going to stay on the MAC-10 for the time being as well, so looking to continue to stack up the chips. And if they can do so and win this round on the Croatian side, that's going to be hugely impactful moving forward, because it's going to take so many rounds for Belarus to be able to reset that economy. Belarus needs help, though, man. Robo and Cyber Focus at 20 and 21 kills respectively, and nobody else in double digits on their team. Whereas, look at the other side. 16 is the top fragger, 12 is the bottom.
Yeah, no, I mean, the gap there is fairly large, actually, when you look at the Belarusian side. Like you say, 22 kills on Cyber Focus, 7 on Dashkin. It's going to go 3 versus 5 there. Bomb does get picked up finally by Marucci, and he's suddenly heading over towards that A site, hoping to find a little bit of solace there. As it is going to be trying to go, juggling the AKs over towards Long for his teammate, so a nice little bit of teamwork there. As now, I believe Stoll can look to benefit from that. Never mind, he's going to stick with the MAC-10. I don't disagree with it. Yeah, regardless, it's going to be 3 versus 5 as they head towards that A site. There are only 2 players there, with 1 playing Heaven for the rotate on the Belarusian side. Cyber Focus is going to be the one to start things off with that kill on a Stoll, and that's just going to slow down this A play now. 2 versus 5. I think Revy and Marucci at this point are even considering whether or not they're going to go for it. They do manage to pick up that one on the Cyber Focus. It's going to go 2-on-4. Trade does come in, albeit quite late on. Marucci pushes on his own on very low HP. I do not agree with that at all. And, well, Revy does pick up an ult for his troubles, and now he's just going to look to save it over towards Long.
Yeah, but they know exactly where he's at. They flash out, and he's kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. Actually pulls off of the scope. It's a nice shot there on Slashkin. Gets the no-scope onto Dobry. They got to be careful now because he can clutch this. 15 seconds, he's got the bomb. He can push onto the A bomb site. They can go for the flank on long A. That's exactly what they're going to opt to do. That's going to be fast coming around from the back lines and does finish him off, but that got really scary really fast for the Belarusian side. Back-to-back quick succession headshots with that AWP. Did it in style as well. It's not going to be enough. Croatia dropped the round. Belarus get up to 8. 3 rounds the difference. We'll see if they can continue to capitalize, because that money is going to get spent here for the Croatians. Going to be very low. We've got 1 player at 5350 still, but the others, wow, look at the bunny hop skills. I don't know if you caught that, guys, but he actually using the impromptu run boosting. Very nice. But look at the spray down coming. Dobry's going to do a lot of damage here onto the terrorist side of Croatia. Only gets the 1-for-1, but it's going to do a lot of damage.
Yeah, I was definitely expecting a little bit more from that spray. I think you were too, but, you know, like you say, he did do good damage across the board to the Croatian side. It is going to put Belarus in a fairly good position as they continue into this round. But Furious through the wall on a Robo. That means it's going to go into a 4 versus 3, and suddenly that B site is looking very, very tempting to the Croatian side. Sadly, though, there are 2 players there already for the Belarusian team, so, you know, it's not looking too bad. That's going to be fast over there. And look at this push from Cyber Focus as well. He's pushed up so far. He's got so much information. They know that Bomb isn't heading over towards A, because look where Cyber Focus is. He can hear everything that's going on. And it is looking like B is going to be the site that they do decide to dedicate themselves towards. Smokes are being lined up now. Revy's going to be the man who's going to try to open things up. He comes in slowly with that bomb. Doesn't actually opt to head over towards Long. Stoll checks behind. Does find one on a Cyber Focus. Now it's going to go into a 2-on-4. 2-on-3 in the blink of an eye. Sashkin and Fast hold down this site. And well, they've just hunkered it down and they've held on to it. And as a result, the Croatian team, they're actually having to rotate up towards A now. 7 HP on Stoll. 77 on Revy. The advantage right now.
Going to get here.
Leaning towards Belarus. Like you say, Shaskin does get there, but he gets Molotoved. 1G's in chat. That's not what you want to happen.
He tried to make a play, though. He really did. He tried to deny the bomb plant. Wasn't able to get there in time. Great flashbang in towards the bank side. This is going to get really hectic for Fast really quickly. Does manage to find a lot of damage there onto the player in the site. That's going to be Revy. That's very, very low, but his teammate is also extremely low. Playing Ring Around the Rosy. Goes for the reload now. He does not have a kit to work with, so Fast might get hunted down. He's going to fall all the way down through long A. I have respect, you know, Sashkin's gonna get some grief for that play, but that was actually, I feel like that was the right call. If he had, you know, 5 more HP, he could have definitely stopped the bomb plant, potentially won the round for his team. He made the judgment call. It just didn't work out for him in the long run, which is very unfortunate, because that could have been the round-winning play for the Belarusian side. A little bit of a bummer.
Yeah, no, it was a shame. Just, you know, getting caught in that Molotov. Like you say, if he even had 5 more HP, it could have been an entirely different outcome in that round. And no, I do agree with you. He might have been roasted to death, and he might get roasted in chat. But ultimately, I think it was a good call to make. It is just a shame that it didn't pan out for him. And well, now we are going to be seeing Belarus forced onto an eco round here. They've got Fast, who's got the M4. He's going for a very aggressive push down long, and sadly, MYX does find him. Now they're pushing him mid by Cyberfocus. Gets information for these... for the Belarusian side. Does manage to find one on the stole as well. So now he's got a Mag 10, which you know, not the worst gun.
Certainly not the best though for this situation. If he holds close quarters, he might be able to find another shot, but they're not really giving up any information on the terrorist side. You can see how passive they're playing it. They're backside of Fountain, backside of Playground, and slowly working their way back over towards terrorist spawn. Cyberfocus getting a little aggro behind this one. Like I said, he's going to try to take the close quarters battles. He's actually going to walk right into this. It's a little unfortunate. Nick's going to be able to find that headshot, takes him down. And now it's going to be very difficult for the CT side to recover from this one. Robo has gotten the M4 from Log A. Continues to push forward. Nick's, well, if Robo stays where he's at, he could potentially find this, but he's going to walk right into this one, and the aim punch is going to take over. Robo falls. They lose the M4. I would have liked to see him be a little bit more patient and just hug the corner of the wall there, but with that being said, the push is going to come in towards the B-bomb site. Mariucci is over here with the MAC-10, listening for a lot of intel. He's going to be able to gather his senses. He's going to be able to find the MAC-10 kill onto Sashkin, so that's going to leave Dobry in a 1 versus 4. Pretty much an impossible situation. And he should be going down here in a second. They just barely missed themselves twice, but there it is. And Mariucci gets the last 2, $1,200 with the MAC-10. That's a lot of money to move forward with.
Yep, 13-8 scoreline here today, and well, the first map sure as hell has been a good one, and we do start to kind of head towards the potential for Croatia to close this out. It does really come down to this round right now. I mean, if Belarus put a stop to it, then you know, they have the potential to carry on. However, if they lose, if you look at it, their economy gets reset again, and you know, at that point we can see this very easily go to map point. So I do think the Belarus, they have to be steadfast. They have to come out on top in this round, or else it could spell disaster for them. And, well, looking at this, Croatia, they've spread out across the map. They're playing for this map control, and Belarus, they're not being very aggressive. They are just going to give it to them. You've got 3 players down towards B, 2 up towards A. A nice boost actually being utilized by these A players. I believe that's going to be a Cyberfocus getting boosted. We've seen it happen previously with the AWP, and they are looking to do it again. So he's got, of course, got a very good overview of toilets right now. Croatia, they've got a good bit of map control. They can get a lot of information from this, but they're not really utilizing it. They've got all 5 players over towards A, over towards Part. You have got Stoll who's playing that connector area, waiting for the rotate in from behind, so I do agree with that decision. And well, it's going to come down to Cyberfocus here. He just gets off the boost at the wrong time, and that would have been such a strong angle for him to watch, though. The rotate's coming in. Marachi does get taken down by Dobry. Trade comes in. Better late than never as Revy picks up that kill to equalize it to a 4-on-4. Robo over on Trot, though, gets 1. He gets a second. Cyberfocus comes in and gets 2 of his own, and in the blink of an eye, Belarus, they do secure the 9th round. And as a result, they managed to delay the you know, the danger zone that much more. I mean, now if they lose this, oh my god, that was loud. But yeah, that's what I mean. They you know, they're very much on the highway to the danger zone, but they're not quite there just yet.
Not a fan of Archer?
I love Archer. I knew that's where you got it. I literally
right.
that shows my passion. You sound just like him. Stop. That is weird.
Nevertheless, we are going to see that last round by was a interesting smattering of weaponry for the CT side, but they do make it to work. They do make it work in the long run. Good spam. No, Robo's going to get revenge. He got spammed the last time, but he's going to be able to find Stoll. Nicely done from him. Finds a second one onto Nyx too. He's just doing work. They haven't even spotted anybody yet. Free fire there. Furious going to be able to find Sashkin. Close up with the UMP though. Fast is going to rectify that onto Mariucci. With that being said, it's going to be a 2-on-4. Still some work to be done here by the terrorist side into this round, as they are on a little bit of the back foot. Boost up, coming out for the barrel's position. Robo is over there. Robo is dead. That's going to bring things back within manageable territory here for the Croatian side. What can they do with this now? A lot of time on the clock, 45 seconds to work with. 3 plays 2.
Yeah, you've got that AWP on Revy as well. He's showing that he's very, very talented with that. Fast going to be playing this close angle now. It does come down to whether or not Revy can land this shot to open things up for the mountain to the B site. And as things are right now, his barrels are going to get spotted out. Does get taken down to low HP, and that flash just managing to save him there. Furious comes in for a little bit of assistance on that short angle. Does manage to pick him up. Manages to get a second as well on a Dobry. Well, now it's going to go into a 1 versus 1, a 3k for Furious. He's got to get the 4k to complete this. 13 seconds left, and he faked out the plant, and that might have potentially just lost this round for him, because now he has to go for it, and in comes Cyber Focus, and down goes Furious. 13-10 is going to be the scoreline. Oh, and as a result of trying to fake out that plant, he actually does throw that round away.
Yeah, that's a bummer right there, man, because Croatia had a golden opportunity to get back into that one. It goes from a 2v4 down to a 1v1. And it's just unfortunate that he goes for the fake. He had no idea where Cyber Focus was, because Cyber Focus has gone for fast flanks down through long A. He's gone for fast flanks down through sewers and stairs. This time he's going to come around from short pipe and manage to find that frag. With that being said, that's going to reset the money here on Croatia's side. They desperately needed that bomb plant, but with that in mind, they're going to be on the pistols, and they're starting off very, very strong. They get a 2-for-1 trade to start this out. It's going to be down to Robo. What can he do from this position? Finds the 1, finds the 2. Going to be looking for the last ones. That's a 3rd. Last one spotted out. Robo finishes it off single-handedly. 4 kills for him in the B-bomb site. Negates the plant again. Belarus find themselves now within 2 rounds of tying this one back up.
Yeah, no, that was a very good round there. Robo being the key instrumental MVP. Single-handedly denying any sort of play, any plant as well from the Croatian side to secure the 11th round on the board for Belarus. It's going to go 13-11, 2 rounds separating these teams now, and only 2 rounds away as well for Croatia. For map point, Flash is going out on that B site. We've seen him hit it again and again. It looks like this is going to be no different. Straight on out, Furious gets 1, and YX does get one of his own as well. Shaskin is going to be there to get traded down. It's going to go into a 4 versus 2. Kept falling on my words there, and once it starts, you just keep tripping till you fall. But yeah, it's all going to fall on a Cyber Focus and Dobry here to try and secure this one back. And now all Croatia have to do to stay in this is get these trades. But yeah, potential right now for them to take it to 14-11 as it does look like Belarus is just going to go save. Yeah, this is a save. This is the right call from the Belarusian side. Keep the op in the hands of Cyber Focus. He's been so instrumental with it throughout this matchup. You can rebuy on Robo. You can probably drop a gun off of Dobry. So they're going to have an okay buy to go forward into this one, Belarus, to play this one out for the win as opposed to going for the tie. And again, I mean, keeping that in mind, it's still very, very difficult because Croatia's pretty much been having their way with their terrorist side. Granted, there were 3 rounds in a row that Belarus was able to rattle off there, but for the most part, it's been all Croatia all day as far as this terrorist side has been concerned. And that's the scary part about this, is because you look at the way that the map started off, it was 5-1 at one point in favor of Belarus. That half ended up 9-6 in favor of Croatia, so quite the recovery for them, or pardon me, it was 8-7 in favor of Croatia, so they only dropped 2 more rounds after they started to get rolling on their side. Good Molly and Flash forces that player out from barrels. That was Robo, so if there's ever a player that you want to get mobile, that's going to be the one. As he's had a large impact into a lot of these rounds. Cyber Focus, though, going to start off on a Furious. A couple more players around his area, but it's going to be Dobry to find one over by long A. That takes the op out of the hands of the terrorist side. One more over by the tree. Doesn't spot him, though. And Stoll's going to get his creep on here from Subway. Of course, MYX being pushed up on long there, though, with that bomb is very, very dangerous for the Croatian side. No one there to trade from as well. And look at this, a lot of Belarusian players moving in for the trade here. They do get bombed down over towards long, so they know where bomb is. Marachi comes in with a trade. Stoll gets one of his own. It's going to go to 3-on-2. And they do manage to secure that bomb once again. So, I mean, Belarus, it looked so promising, and now very, very quickly they're left in this situation where they might have a one-man advantage, but I mean, still, in terms of, you know, utility and, you know, HP, things are actually fairly close. You only got 14 on Robo, and, well, no utility for the Belarusian side, whereas Croatia, they have got 2 Molotovs, 2 flashes, and a smoke grenade, which is definitely going to come in handy when the push comes down to it. Fast rotating down onto that B site is going to be the man who's going to have to watch this push, as it will be underway within the next few minutes, I'm sure. Molotov goes out. That's going to land over by those barrels just to completely deny that position, but sadly no one to be playing there right now. Marachi, the first guy out onto the site with Stoll coming in to help out. Marachi does get tagged down to 15 HP. Fast finds one on the Stoll as well, and that's me a 1 versus 3 for the Croatian player, and Fast mops that up. No problems for him. And that means it's going to go 14-12 now. Belarus, they're doing everything they can to stop Croatia closing this out, and it is paying off for them.
The big thing to note here again is just looking at the scoreboard. 22 at the top for Croatia, 16 at the bottom. 6 frags separate them. Robo and Cyberfocus have a combined total of 58 kills, while the remainder of their entire team, all 3 of them, have a total of 34. That is a tremendous difference. That is a hard carry by these 2 players on the Belarusian side. I mean, we're 26 rounds in, and Sashkin's got 10 kills. Dobry's got 11 kills. They really need to step up for their team if they want any hopes of being able to close this one down and bring this comeback. Very difficult times ahead.
Yeah,
but again,
indeed.
We will see a little bit of aggression down here towards Subway. Nade goes out. Fast going to get taken down to 87. Smokes out onto short. The other thing that I've really noticed is that the Belarus side uses their utility so fast in the round. You can see Robo's got nothing. Dobry's got a nade. Fast is out of utility. Sashkin's only got a flash. It's Cyberfocus, the higher tier player that seems to be a little bit more disciplined when it comes to the use of utility. Wants to keep the vision open with that AWP in hand, so he's not going to smoke off any of these choke points so he can try to get that early pick. And so far it's worked out for him as he is up there at 28 and 16, 30 and 17 for Robo, and he's going to get an opportunity at another one as he spots a player across over by Bathrooms. Doesn't actually get spotted from that angle. He's got to be careful because that player is coming around the side.
Revi is going to start things off for the Croatian side, getting that kill on Sashkin. It's just going to open up that B site, and all of a sudden, look at this push coming from Croatia. It's fast, it is furious, and Vin Diesel probably somewhere in there. Fast does pick up one on his door. It's going to go 4 on 4 here. Brachi does come in and gets one on a Robo, so now it's all going to fall on a Cyber-focused and Dobry here, as they do try to hold on to this. Cyberfocus getting boosted. No one's going to be able to spot that out. Revic does, though, and manages to find that kill. And in the blink of an eye, suddenly, whoa, we're in the future. Dobry finds 2 kills there before getting taken down by MYX. And it is going to go 15-12. Croatia, they are now on map point.
Yeah, and at this point, I mean, it's a desperation buy from Belarus. They got reset after winning 1 round. Not able to string anything together, and they're going to be on the back foot again. Double up setup here for the terrorist side. They even put a MAC-10 in the hands of Furious, and it's actually kind of funny that you said that Fast and Furious thing, because there's a player called Fast and a player called Furious in the server, so thought it was a cheeky little play on words there, you Brit.
Yeah, I'm a
I thought you did something smart, but I know you did it by accident, so.
Yeah, that's my whole life.
Belarus playing for the back foot again. They lose one of their 2 rifles that they have into the game. Into this round, Cyberfocus goes down one of their all-star players that they have. It's going to really put a damper on things for them. So, again, 3 rounds being the difference. Croatia looking really good to shut this one down. Even better now.
Yeah, maintaining that 2-man lead this late on into the round with no trades coming in. Sashkin finally doing a little bit in the way of trading. It's going to be able to pick up one on a Furious now, but it's still a 1-man advantage for the Croatian side. And they're already so far out on this B site. No one's here as well to really do anything about it. You've got players on short, but they're boxed in by the presence of Stoll down in towards that connector area. And while they do boost one up, but Stoll and MYX come in and they do mop them up. No questions asked. MYX gets a second as well to finish that round. And 16-12 is going to be the scoreline. And while Croatia, they do secure the first map. The second, of course, is going to be Dust 2, but before we crack on with that, we're going to go back to our wonderful analyst desk, and they're going to break things down, talk about what happened here, and talk about what's going to be happening in the next map.